Topic number 2 tonight, guys, is Michigan lawmakers pass bill allowing adoption agencies to reject same-sex couples. Go, Drew.
Adoption agencies in Michigan would be able to refuse service on religious grounds to homosexual couples who want to adopt children under three bills that the state's Republican-controlled Senate passed on Wednesday. The bills, which must be signed by the governor to become law, say child-placing agencies shall not be required to provide adoption services under circumstances that conflict with their sincerely held religious beliefs, contained in a written policy or other document. The agencies are private but receive state funding. I am a pushy, and well, wow. I guess you wrote that.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I'm not saying that out loud.
What's it say, though? I don't know. Maybe I mistyped something.
I'll just keep going. While the bills do not specifically mention lesbian and gay couples,
No, wait. What's it say? I'll read it for you. It says, Drew was going to say, I'm a pushy and a cum guzzler.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Nice
ahead,
try,
Drew.
asshole.
Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
I'm a little too slick for that.
Yeah, you were.
Oh,
While the bills do not specifically mention lesbian and gay couples, they are viewed as narrow versions of religious freedom acts passed in a number of states to shield businesses that want to refuse service to same-sex couples from discrimination lawsuits. Supporters say the acts protect religious freedoms, while others say they are licensed to discriminate. With 37 states now allowing same-sex marriage, the Supreme Court has taken up the issue this year, and conservative groups are turning toward backing religious freedom laws from fighting recent battles on gay marriage. Half of Michigan's $20 million public budget for adoption agencies goes to religiously affiliated organizations, the Detroit Free Press reported. The Detroit Free Press reported that the Republican Governor Rick Snyder has not been clear about whether he will sign the bills into law, saying that they need further review. The Michigan arm of the American Civil Liberties Union tweeted to followers asking them to call the governor and tell him not to sign the bills. Michigan has the fifth largest population of children waiting for adoption in the country. There is no room for discrimination, the group tweeted. In summary, the bill... No, nice try. Jesus, man, are all of these going to be laced?
No, that was the end of it.
Lines or what?
What Drew was supposed to say is, in summary, the bill, like me, is a total piece of shit.
yep.
I'm sorry, Drew, man. Come on, you got to admit, man. That's a little twist, man. We had to put a few things in there for you. That's cool.
All right, no, here's a fun story. Fun, quick story. I took a world religions course where you had to write a lot of papers, but we were convinced that the professor never read any of the fucking papers. So in the fucking middle of one of my papers, I just put the recipe for fudge brownies. All right, just in like essay form. All right, just to see if he would, and I got a 96 on it. Like with nothing. And from then on, I just didn't care. I made sure the first and last paragraph were something, and then in the middle, I just didn't give a rat's ass.
That's awesome. Sorry, Drew, man. We had to put a little twist on it. So, that being said, who wants to go first on this? Because I have something to say. Who wants to go? Anybody?
Well, it's just an excuse for them to discriminate. I don't get it. As I said, it's the fifth largest population of children waiting to get adopted. All that matters is there's two stable adults. It doesn't matter what sex they are. It doesn't matter. As long as there's two stable adults in a child's life, they're going to be better off. So I don't understand this need to continue to discriminate against people who are, by all means, in a loving relationship, and want to adopt a child. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah,
I've personally, look, I was adopted, all right? And I've got a question for all these, like, pro-family fucking people. Who the fuck do you think you're helping? First of all, you're against, teaching safe sex, all right? And then you're against like sex before marriage, but then you're like, oh, if you're gonna have no abortion, so put the kid up for adoption. Then you make it impossible for fucking anyone to adopt the fucking kid. What kind of pro fucking family are you? Exactly. Yeah. To me, it seems like you are trying to keep families from fucking like being together. You're saying like, oh, if one of your family members is gay, you should like shun them. Basically, like they, or if you're a gay couple and you want to adopt a fucking kid, shun them. Like the story we're gonna cover later about Graham, like just freaking out because of a commercial that a bank that he uses. Like, oh, it had gay people in it, fucking switching banks. Are you shitting me? Like, you're that fucking hateful?
Yeah. It is pretty sad, you know. It's you know, this is what we get. You know, this is what we get since there's been so much amazing, I should say, progress in LGBT rights. You know, same-sex marriages. You know, over 30 states now, which I believe Supreme Court addresses the issue this month, and they're going to have a decision at the end of this month. And also the discrimination against, you know, trying to implement these religious freedom laws that have been, you know, overturned, or they're being revamped, I should say. The Christian conservatives will become more extreme. I've been saying this for many years in their views on these issues. And they will try to use loopholes in the systems, I should say, to justify the bigotry and hatred towards the LGBT demographic.
Yep.
And we as activists need to stay strong on these issues. And that's why we bring up these topics every week. If we have to, we'll bring them up every week and call out these laws for what they are. Like Drew said, you know.
What did I say?
You said the story like you was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the law.
No, I'm
Me.
just kidding. Just joking.
Just
But
like
no.
me, this bill's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
You might be joking, but I'm not. Drew totally is a piece of shit.
But, you know, what it boils down to is this is the LGBT community being attacked, you know. The religious trying to push them out of their rights to equality, like the rights, you know, the heterosexual couples have, you know what I mean? And so on. I'm like, this is what it's about. I'm like, they just don't like it. I don't know how, you know, the gay people, I mean, like, if they want to get married, so be it. How's that affect your life in any fucking way? Yeah. It fucking doesn't. It doesn't. You're trying to push your biblical morality on society and into laws. I'm like, this is just fucking retarded.
They have a mistaken belief that
it has no right.
Yeah, I actually
have a
heard the
mistaken-
first story that of someone, some couple, some Christian heterosexual married couple that is going to get a divorce if gay marriage is legalized in their state. I forget which state it is.
Correct.
that was actually Australian couple. Yeah, I shared that.
You're right. It's Australian.
Yeah, I shared that Australian couple. Yeah, they said that if gay marriage was legalized, they're going to get divorced. And the funny thing is, I shared another link with you guys that their friends, hearing that, barred them from their wedding.
Wow.
Awesome.
Unfucking believable, man.
Yeah.
But that's what you get. That's what you get because they're not getting their fucking way. They're not getting their fucking way. So they're saying, hey, support what? My friends, the LGBT community? What the fuck's this shit? Of course we're not.
Yeah, but they're under the mistaken belief that marriage is still a church owned thing, that it's still run and, you know, controlled by the church, when it's not. It's a state contract. It's a fucking contract with the government. It's no longer a religious thing unless you want it to be a religious thing. And they're under the mistaken belief that they still control it, like they did in the old days.
Well, hopefully at the end of this month here, we're going to have a decision by our Supreme Court, and hopefully we follow suit with Ireland, which we covered a couple weeks ago. You know, hopefully we follow suit with them and start this. I don't know if you want to call it a revolution against the fucking bigots, but you know, we'll see what the fuck happens. But
I don't want to sound like a teabagger and start yelling revolution all the time.
yeah, no, I totally understand. But you know, hey, like I said, so-called victory.